Hello my loves, this is Mystique and I welcome you to my digital sacred space. I hope you're happy, healthy and healing wherever you're watching from. Today we are looking at how do other people perceive you in your current energy. And we have 3 groups to select from, or 3 paintings. So we have the first one with this mini heart painting. This is going to be group number 1 or pile number 1. This is what your painting looks like. Then we have group number 2 with this golden yellow channel painting that I recently created for a personal reading. One of my favorite paintings actually, which is why I decided to use it. And this is what it looks like. So this will be group number 2. And we have group number 3. I am not going to be painting today. I'm just going to channel some messages from these paintings, and I will pick out some tarot and oracle decks to see how other people are perceiving you currently. So this is group number 3. So let's begin with the prayer, and if you want to skip this part, it's completely okay. You can go ahead and click on the timestamp in the description to go ahead and watch your reading. I'm going to start with the prayer that I always offer before all of my readings. So I'm starting with lighting an incense stick. I apologize for the noise in the background. Seems like they've started some kind of construction work again. Just bringing myself to peace, to calm. Okay. I would like to thank you firstly. If you guys have been with me on my journey, or if you guys have joined new, I welcome you, my dear love. This space is always safe and open for you. Thank you so much for sharing your energy with me, and I hope that I can give you some love or give you some clarity. Today we are being nosy. We're looking at how other people perceive you today, so I am kind of excited to watch and see what comes out for today, because I myself do not know. But yeah, let's begin this prayer. I would like to begin this prayer by calling upon the spirit guides, angels, light beings that watch over my soul family, my group number 1, 2 and 3 that have clicked on the piles today, clicked on this reading today. I invite you in my space with love and gratitude in my heart. And I request you to stay with me as I channel messages for my group number 1, 2 and 3, so that we can look at how other people perceive them. For those of you having any anxieties, worries or doubts, I now cleanse your energy gently, so that any negative vibrations, any vibrational impurities leave you and your aura. Breathe into peace and exhale fear. Breathe into your peace and exhale doubt. The future is going to be okay. Everything is going to be okay. There's someone that needs to hear that. So there was a spirit guide that enhanced that message for someone who's watching this reading, watching this prayer specifically right now. They just said everything is going to be okay. The future is going to be okay. So if you have been spiraling into negative thoughts or extremely anxious or worried about what you're going to do, or if you feel lost in your path, this message is for you. Everything is going to be okay. I ask you, dear Spirit, to cleanse this space, to keep this space free from any contaminants. I form a protective barrier to protect this space, to protect this reading, to protect my energy and my soul family's energy from any negative vibrations, entities, frequencies, or thoughts or feelings. Only those non-physical beings that have the best interests of my group number 1, 2, and 3 are allowed. Any entities present that have negative intentions or malicious ill intent towards me or my group number 1, 2, and 3 are now removed from this space permanently. I cleanse the energy of my group number 1, 2, and 3 gently. I offer my love and my gratitude. Thank you so much for all of your support, all of your comments. Even if I do not reply to all of you, just know that I appreciate it and that I get to do this only because of you. Thank you so much for allowing me to do what I love. As I channel guidance from Spirit to you, your presence also overwhelms me with love, and I'm inspired by you every time I sit down to do any of my readings. Thank you so much, my dear loves, for being such a supportive presence in my life, for all of your comments, all of your donations, your personal reading bookings. Thank you so much for supporting me in any way that you do. Even if you just send your love and you have good intentions for me and my channel, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I hope you know that your energy reaches me, touches me, and that I am forever grateful for all of you for being part of my soul family. I now close this prayer by extending my gratitude to your spirit guide team, to your non-physical beings team. Thank you so much for being with us today, and we will now begin with your readings. So group number 1, 2, and 3, make your selection. There are 3 paintings to choose from, and I will see you in a minute. Hello and welcome, my dear loves. If you chose group number 1 or you chose this beautiful painting, this is, I think, a combination of 𝘱𝑒𝑠𝑒rine crimson and 𝑑ioxazine purple from the Daniel Smith and Winsor Newton watercolors. I used watercolors to create this painting. This was actually for a personal reading, but I loved how it turned out and I decided to use it today to channel messages for my collective. And immediately what I heard is that for those of you that are primarily feminine energy based, I just heard soft and luscious. There's something about your hair. People notice your hair and it looks soft, it looks luscious, it looks healthy, It doesn't have to be thick, it doesn't have to be styled, but I just feel like I'm being shown like girls flipping, their hair in the air, and there's those slow motion videos of the hair flips. I'm being reminded of that. I'm also being shown a song and a lyric from the song. It's one of the songs called 𝘨𝑗 मेरे 𝘨. It's from a Bollywood movie, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure about the name of it, but one of the lyrics, Spirit is showing me one of the lyrics, and it's ज़ुल्फ़ें तेरी इतनी हंसी कि इनका आशिक बन गया हूँ मैं, which loosely translates to your hair is so beautiful that I have become its lover. That's the loose translation. But I think maybe somebody has a crush on you and their energy is coming through a little bit. There's someone around you that has a crush on you. This could be younger, a person who is younger. They don't have to be, but they have a young, youthful kind of energy. Or maybe you yourself are young. Maybe you yourself are in your early 20s, late 20s, maybe even in your teens. There's someone who has a crush on you, and this person is like, it's like they're peeking into the reading, they're not giving me their full energy about what's going on with them, but they're peeking into the energy, almost like giving you a glimpse, like, okay, I'm here. Just so you know, group number 1, I'm here. How cute. So let's get your cards and see how other people perceive you. How are people perceiving you currently, please? For group number 1, please. How are people perceiving my group number 1s, please? How are people? Oh. Okay, since this card fell out first, we will look at that. Oh my gosh, we have the Queen of Fire. Yes. Not even surprised that the Queen of Fire herself turns up. You could be a fire energy, you could be a mix of fire, earth, or water energy. You don't have to be fire, earth, or water signs, but I just feel like it's like there's something calm about you, but you are a person whose actions speak louder than words. So you are not the loudest person in the room in terms of your speech or vocally, but I feel like when you speak, people listen, because you don't speak too much, you speak rarely. I feel like you don't like to indulge in small talk or with shallow people. You might excuse yourself out of any party conversations or gossip because you don't like talking about other people. It's like you mind your own business. There's something about this Queen of Fire that's very subdued, okay, but not weak. Subdued but not weak. I feel like you are someone that likes to mind your own business and you don't like to talk about other people, so you might leave the room if you find that the energy is not good. Because I feel like now recently, if you've gotten spiritual, I feel like you pay attention to your energy, you pay attention to how your heart feels around people, and if you're getting a negative vibe from someone, I feel like you leave, and people might not understand why you're doing that. So those groups of people and the energy of those people are coming through. It's like, why are you always leaving? Like, why are you always alone? Why are you always not partaking in any group conversations? And you're just like, no, I don't want to. It's boring. Like, what you guys talk about is boring. But I feel like you're not a mean or a rude person. That's why you don't tell them the reason. You're not telling them that, oh, it's bad manners to do this. Like, I feel like you don't have that arrogance, right? You're confident, but you don't have that arrogance. So if you leave without informing anybody as to why you're leaving, which is, they're gossiping and they're fear-mongering or they're backstabbing and they don't realize what they're doing, but you do, and you leave, then they don't understand why you're doing that. They want to ask you, but I feel like they're also scared, so they don't want to ask you. It's like they want to be your friend, group number 1, but also at the same time, I feel like they think that you might not approve of them, or there's something about them wanting your approval or wanting your validation, wanting to be seen as friends with you. So so they can look cool, but this is not a malicious intent towards you. I feel like they want to be friends with you, but they don't want to change their ways, and you are someone who's always elevating, who's always growing. So I feel like you're always changing every day, you're working on yourself, you're not about that lazy life. I feel like even spiritually, if you're not doing the physical work, I feel like you're always growing internally, and I feel like people might not like that, or people might think that, oh, why are you reading all the time? You might be the person who is reading a book in a corner instead of drinking, because you're very self-oriented, you're very focused on yourself, group number 1. And your group number 1, which is also not a coincidence, we have Emperor. Wow. What did I say about you guys? You guys are bosses. You guys are perceived as bosses. I think people see you as someone who could be great leaders of the future. Like the people perceive you as someone who has a great imagination. You're very creative. When I say creative, it doesn't mean that you don't have to be an artist, or you don't have to make music or whatever, creativity. When I say you're really creative, it means that, let's say you work in a company and your company is going through some kind of a problem, and then you might present a solution that's very creative that no one thought of, right? And you are someone who's coming up with those new ideas with fresh talent. Like you're someone whose imagination, whose thought process is very fresh. So I feel like your bosses might like you, but your colleagues might not like you all that much. Or you could be your own boss, or you could be working on being your own boss or having your own business. It's like, okay, I need to work this much so that I can have this amount of money to start my business, or start this or start that. There's something about you starting something that is going to be inspirational, or is already inspirational to people. There's something about you starting something in terms of career, of course, like physically, and it becomes like a trend, I want to say. I feel like your fire inspires people a lot. You know how Nicki Minaj is someone who is very inspiring. She is also someone who's worked very hard to get where she is at today. She's one of those female rappers who is very, very iconic, not just because she's female, but even as a rapper, she's quite talented, and she's great. She's got great lyrics. She's really witty, intelligent, sarcastic. She doesn't take ish from anyone. So I feel like that's your energy. But you know how Nicki can be loud, or wearing like extra outfits and saying whatever she wants to. I feel like you do that, but in a subdued way. It's almost like you have like Scorpio somewhere to. It's like people don't see that fire, or people might underestimate you, okay? Or people might not think that you are somebody who who's going to do something big in their life, or people might try to put you down or think less of you just because you're so quiet, and like I said, you mind your own business. This is giving me very 𝘨𝑁 vibes. If you guys know about 𝘨𝑁, he's one of the members from, he used to be one of the members from One Direction, the band, and he's quite famous. He's also someone who's very quiet, very introverted. I wouldn't call him shy, but he is definitely very quiet and calm most of the time. And a lot of people told him that, oh, you're so quiet, like what are you going to do, you're so lazy and this and that. And fast forward a few years later, he's now one of the most successful singers out of all the members, and he's doing what he loves. And he made this song Pillow Talk, which went viral. It has over 1 billion views on YouTube. So it's like that kind of energy. Like you guys work in silence, you guys elevate in silence. You don't want to bring other people into your business, and I feel like that makes people even more curious about what you're up to. Like, what are you doing? What is group number 1 doing? There's a lot of gossip like energy like that. Like, what is pile number 1 up to? Like, how are they making moves? How are they so successful? Are they successful or not? Are they failing or not? Like, there is a lot of curiosity around you, around your aura, and what you're up to currently. I feel like currently you're not giving access, or you have revoked access. So maybe you're off social media, or you're not posting anything, you're not updating anyone. What are you doing? What are you up to? And that is peaking their curiosity, and I'm literally being shown a bunch of women that's, you know, the door opens slightly and they're trying to peek in. It's like, what's going on, like, and the door opening is your energy, and then you immediately close it. It's like, nope. And this is not even something bad from your side. I feel like you're just very private with your energy. You know how Beyonce is, what is one of the lyrics in her songs? I think it's Alien Superstar. I'm too classy for this world. Stingy with my love. Yeah, that's what you're stingy with your energy. You're stingy with your love. If you're spiritual, I feel like you've recently understood that, or recently, maybe not recently, but you've understood that energy at the end of the day is what is most precious, is the ultimate currency. So you've got to keep your energy protected. I feel like you might have gone through something, group number 1, but nothing could hold you down. They couldn't keep you down. Wow, we have the 3 of air, which is the 3 of swords, and we have the 7 of air. Look at the drastic color difference between the top cards and the bottom cards. If I had made a mistake, or, you know, put this over here, then it would be very different. But you got the warm cards up and you got the cold cards down. Like I said, this is giving me such a calm and serene vibe. I feel like you're someone who is very much like an angel almost. You have, your energy is angelic in some way. Okay, it's like you could be a star seed, you could be an Andromedan star seed or a Pleiadian star seed, or even Sirius A. I'm being shown Sirius A. Okay, so you could be a star seed, and I feel like you don't do some earthly things that are considered normal. Okay, like you might not partake in earthly things that other people are like, for example, everybody could be crazy about getting like expensive cars or expensive apartments, and then you're just like, well, I don't need that, you know, and you're genuinely content. It's not like you're faking it, you know, to make yourself look cooler, but you're genuinely okay with that. You're genuinely content because your validation is not based on external people. I feel like you are extremely, if you want validation, I feel like you look within yourself. You're someone who looks within yourself. You could also be a Leo, because we do have the lion here with the Emperor. You could be a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. You don't have to be, but if you are a Leo, or if you have Leo placements, you know how Leos are. They do whatever they want. Their sense of self comes from within themselves, even though they do love attention and all that. But they know exactly what they're doing. They will not be put down by people. They do not lose. They do not like to lose. That's what I'm getting. I feel like you do not lose, group number 1. You leave battles that do not serve you. You fight when you need to, but you're not a fighter. You're more of a warrior. You know, you will stand up for yourself. You do not like to see injustice. You don't like when people are mistreated. So people can see that you're fair. People perceive you as someone who's fair, someone who's very goal oriented, someone who's very fiery, someone who minds their own business, someone who's very leader-like. A lot of leader qualities in you, group number 1. Someone who can lead, but with love, not domination, not control. Love and empathy. I feel like you have high EQ, so people can see that you're a tough act to follow, but you're a good role model. And I'm not even seeing that you're set out to be a role model or something. It's just that your energy is perceived like that. Group number 1, because of the way you hold yourself, because of the amount of self-love you have. I feel like there is a certain mental clarity with you. I feel like you know all the tricks, and you know all the tricks of the matrix, and you don't fall for those tricks. So let's say someone was trying, like an ad on TV is trying to convince you that, oh, use this product and you're going to be more beautiful, or you're going to be more handsome, and you're like, nope, I don't need that. my sense of beauty comes from within me. And although you do take care of your physical appearance, but I don't think you're crazy about like buying all of the newest latest products and, you know, getting those on your counter and trying each and every one of them. I feel like you might be a minimalist, so you might have few skincare products that you stick to, or you might have few things like for your hair, for your body or your skin, and you stick to those products. I feel like you also try to use organic. There's something about you trying to or wanting to eliminate chemical products from your life, and you want to use more organic products, or you're thinking of or shifting from chemicals to organics stuff. And it's a good change. Spirit is like, yeah, you're doing good. You're doing good. Spirit is encouraging that. Like if you're thinking about changing your skincare, you know, shifting from chemicals to more organic, or shifting from polyester fabrics to fabrics like cotton, you know, organic, then the spirit is like, yep, that's the right thing. Like that's the right path. Go ahead and do that. I feel like, you know, when it's not like you're trying to be different, group number 1, but you just are. I feel like your energy is unique, and that is why I feel like people might try to copy you. So let's say, you know, you started wearing all black. Okay, just as an example, let's say for you started wearing all black, and there is no reason, maybe you just want to wear all black, and then other people will also try to mimic that and start wearing all black. So it's that kind of energy that you have, group number 1. Like you set trends, you do not follow trends. And I feel like you don't even care about setting trends. I feel like you don't, you know, like you wouldn't care about half of the stuff that's coming out in this reading because you don't care for it. You don't, you know, you're not particularly interested in whether people are copying you or not. I feel like you're very unbothered by that. So people are very, very mesmerized with that kind of energy. Like, how do you stay so unbothered? How do you, you're unbotherable, you're uneffable. Zayn Malik has a song actually called Uneffable. It's a great song. That's your vibe. That's your vibe, group number 1. That is how people perceive you. Even though this might not be who you actually are, once again, we are looking at how other people perceive you. So, yeah. In the song Uneffable, Zayn says, nobody can take me home. Can nobody take me home? Something, but yeah. Nobody can take you home, group number 1. Nobody that has bad energy, at least. We have Amethyst, Phantom, Quartz, Expression, Gifts, Originality. Yes. You're original. Definitely original. Very Neptunian energy as well. We have Hematite. Beautiful. We have this gorgeous, what is this? Lepidolite, transition, release, change. Beautiful. You could be a Venusian. You don't have to be, but you could be. We have Obsidian, Shadows, Mirror, Amorphous. Yep. Definitely that Scorpio energy that I was sensing. Just only for a handful of you or a group of you might be Scorpios, or might have a Scorpionic signature, energy signature. So maybe you have 8th house placements or Plutonic energy, Lilith energy, because with the Hematite and the Obsidian, I'm just picking that up. Like there's something dark about you, but it doesn't mean that you're not beautiful or handsome. There's something dark in your energy, but it's not bad, it's not evil. Okay, it's just like anything that is hidden from us is probably perceived as dark. Like if I turn off the lights, then I wouldn't be able to see what's in the room, right? So it's a little bit like that. Like something is hidden from people's eyes, and you don't let them see who you fully are, group number 1. You're very careful, you're cautious, and you don't really care. You know how Angelina is, like there's so much, like people have so much to say about her, even especially in the past. I feel people had so much to say about her because of how sexual she is, how wild she is, and this and that. And people had such negative stuff to say, even though at the same time they were obsessed with her. You know, she became like, even today her makeup and all of that is so iconic, and she wasn't trying to set trends or whatever. She, you know, she just is who she is, and it's a very strong energy, and that is why people kind of want to mimic that or copy that. And I feel like it's the same with you, group number 1. Keep shining, keep flying. This was it for your reading, group number 1. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so by emailing me in the email address in the description. I love you guys so much. I'm going to take the time to thank you, the cards. Thank you, dear spirit guides of group number 1. I thank this dear channel painting. Thank you for being with me and sharing your energy with me today, and hopefully I'll see you in my next reading. If not, I thank you so much for watching this one. Bye. Hello my loves, if you chose group number 2 or you chose this beautiful golden yellow painting, then this is going to be your reading. Right off the bat, I'm feeling that you are like a bright sunshine or a ray of light in other people's lives, and I feel like people love you. People love you a lot. People find your energy immaculate. People find you as so loving, someone who's very positive. And even if you yourself are not positive, I feel like you cheer people up just with your presence. I feel like you're one of those people that has a very bright energy, and people love that brightness. You shine like the sun almost. So let's get into your cards and see in detail, how are people perceiving my group number 2s, please? How are people perceiving my group number 2s? Oh my gosh, wow, we have the star. What did I say? I was just, you know, called to flip this over, and you literally have the star there. So let me place that over there so you guys can see. And let's start looking at your cards. Yeah, you're definitely a star. I feel like you might be the group that doesn't know, or you might find it unbelievable that you're perceived like this, but you are. We have, oh my gosh, wow. We have the Empress. You have the Empress, you have Star. I can't make this up. And look how similar the gold is in this reading. Then what is this? We have the 8 of Air, which is the 8 of Swords. And then we have 9 of Earth. Wow. We have 6 of Fire, which is the 6 of Wands. We have the 5 of Air. Wow. I feel like yours is going to be a very positive pile, group number 2. So seeing that you have 6 of Fire, which is the 6 of Wands, which talks about victory, flying, success, praise, getting validation, getting recognition from other people. I feel like other people see you as someone who's very successful, or who has a lot of potential to be successful. If you're someone who's young, I feel like they see your energy and they're like, oh, there is no way group number 2 could fail, you know. When I say fail, what I really mean is, if you try something and you fail at that, I feel like if you love it, you just try again. Like, if failure is not a big deal to you, I feel like failure is not something that is enough to discourage you from doing what you love. So you're going to put your energy towards the things that you love anyway. And I feel like people can see that, but it is not so much motivation that drives you, or the drive to be successful that drives you. I feel like it's love. I feel like it's your love for whatever you do. That's what drives you. That's what keeps you sane. That's what makes you wake up every morning and be like, you know, this is what I want to do in my life. this is what I want to do with my life, and this is what we are doing today. And I feel like people find that inspirational, is that love is your biggest motivator. Your love for people, your love for things, your love for art, or like whatever you do, whatever field you're in, I feel like you love that. And people can see that you're going to be successful, not necessarily because of your hard work or things like that, but they know that you're going to be successful because firstly you're very much in your Empress energy. You could be a creative, okay, because we have the Empress, who is literally the goddess of creation. So you could be in a creative field. If you are, I feel like people think, or people see that you're going to be very successful. I feel like some of them might not say it to your face, some of them might not reveal this to you, but they definitely think that, oh, group number one is going to get very far. I feel like you have that celebrity energy, you have that star energy. People can't help but be interested in you, people can't help but look at you, people can't help but be inspired by you. And I feel like group number two, you have a healthy amount of self-love as well. We have the 9 of Earth, which is the 9 of Pentacles. Okay, she's someone who, there's only one missing for it to be a 10. 9 plus 1, and it would be a 10 of Earth or a 10 of Pentacles. So I feel like you're on your journey and you're still in the process of figuring things out for yourself. But people know that whatever you end up doing, even though they might not know what you're up to exactly, they know that you're going to be really successful at that. They know that you're going to be more successful than you think, group number two. It's almost like people see your potential more than you yourself do. People can see your potential. You see how there is a flower that's I'm literally seeing a flower. Spirit is showing me a moving image where I can see the bud kind of, the seed growing into a small stem, like a small seedling, and then having that one leaf and then growing into a flower. That's what Spirit is showing me. So I feel like people see you like that. Also, your physical attractiveness is a 10. Okay, you're a 10 on 10 when it comes to physical attraction. I feel like you're someone who's very physically attractive, perceived as physically attractive. It doesn't matter what your body weight is or what you physically look like. It is your energy, because we do have the Empress, we have Star, we have 9 of Earth. So this is a very beautiful energy. I feel like there's something unique and original about you. Okay, you could also be a star seed or be attracted to group number one, although I don't feel like a lot of you might not be attracted to group number one, only a handful of you. But there's something that is very foreign, but in a good way. That's very alien-like, but in a good way. Okay, there's like, just because how different you are, how different you move, you are not like anybody else, group number two. I feel like you're very unique. The way you do things is very unique. If you are a woman watching this, then you like to do things your own way. So let's say you're a business owner and people try to teach you, like, these are the systems, like this is how you should hire people, and you're like, no, I am going to have my own hiring system. Like, I'm going to have my own things that I want, and the team that I hire is going to, like, these are the traits that I prioritize. Like, I don't prioritize skills, I'm prioritizing emotional intelligence instead. I'm prioritizing harmony, teamwork. Like, this is what I prioritize. And I feel like that is I'm stumbling on my words, but you do things differently, and that is the reason why people get hooked on you. People might be like, oh, that's not going to work. Why are you prioritizing emotional intelligence over skills? Like, it's just business and this and that. But they don't understand that ethics are important. They don't understand that empathy is important. Like, you don't want people that are like parasites and sharks in your team. You want people that are loyal to the team, that genuinely want the best for other people. You don't want competition to be a driving force. You want empathy and love and teamwork to be the driving force behind your team. And so you change that narrative, or you change that about your business and how you approach things, and then people will see that, and then they'll be like, oh, group number two was successful, so maybe we should also try that. And I feel like you don't see humans as resource. You don't see human beings as resources. I feel like you see humans as people that are voluntarily giving their skills to you, to use, or lending you their skills, or their talents or whatever. And you have a lot of respect and love for people. I feel like you genuinely want the best for other people, and I feel like that reaches people. That sincerity within yourself, it reaches people. Is that people know that, like, if you have a team or if you have colleagues, but if you have a team especially, or if you're thinking of having a team, they're going to think that, oh, you can't fail with group number 2. Like, even if group number 2's business fails, like, we are leaving with important skills, and we are leaving with it's not a dictatorship, like, you have very leader-like energy. It's a leadership energy. It's not a dictatorship energy. Like, you are not dominating, you are not controlling. You allow for each individual to express themselves in their own way, to be creative in their own way. As if you are a singer or some kind of a celebrity, or thinking of being that, I feel like you will be very well respected and admired in your inner circle as well. Like, the immediate people that are working for you, immediate people that are working around you, I feel like they see you as someone who's very creative. They see you as someone who can find a solution out of any problems whatsoever. Like, you're someone who's perceived as very intelligent, group number 2. You might also be attracted to group number 3. I haven't started group number 3, but spirit just keeps showing me 3 there. And 3 plus 3 is also 6, which is the 6 of fire we have just underneath that. 7 minus 1 is 6, which is the star. So spirit keeps showing me that, and there's something about your energy being like an angel, almost angelic energy. That's what I heard, angelic energy. And it has to do, your energy is almost like a Mother Gaia. Okay, you know how Mother Gaia nourishes each and every human being, each and everything, like every animal, and Mother Gaia doesn't differentiate between the sinner or the saint. Mother Gaia doesn't differentiate between the white person and the black person, or like a human and an animal, right? Like, she gives. And I feel like that is what your energy is with people. Like, you have such good intentions for people, group number 2, that I feel like people can see your heart. People can see that there's growth with you. I feel like your potential suitors or potential romantic interest, people that are romantically interested in you, can see that they have the opportunity to grow with you, that you would want that you would allow that. And not even growth in a way where it's just like statistics, like this so and so amount of awards, and like this is the amount of money, I'm a millionaire. Not like that, but growth in a spiritual way, in an inner way. I feel like that growth for you, that is the only growth that counts for you. You don't care so much about money. Like, money is not something that impresses you. Success is not something that impresses you. Fancy cars, fancy apartments, pretty faces, it's not impressive to you. I feel like what's impressive to you is soul. What's impressive to you is good intentions, good vibes. That's what's impressive to you. And I feel like you keep that. Like, so to be in your inner circle, people think it's a privilege. Like, people think that they are blessed, that they get to be a part of your life, that they get to be your friend, they get to witness your growth, or they get to get a glimpse in who you are as a person. Group number 2, sorry. Yeah, I see. You might be attracted to group number 3, or might be called to group number 3. What else do we have? I feel like you're one of those, if you are an entrepreneur, you're one of those entrepreneurs that prioritizes giving some kind of value to people. So you might be someone who teaches a skill, or you might be someone who offers meditations. Like, you offer value to people. Like, you give to people. Your energy is very giving, group number 2. But you're also very successful. You're also very grounded. You're very earth energy is coming through a lot. So you're someone who will, like, how to charge for those
spiritual gifts, so to speak. Like let's say you are a tarot reader, right? Like you know what you offer, you know what to charge, like you understand the business side of things and you understand the spiritual side of things. It's like you bring a lot of spirituality into your business or into the physical pursuits that you have, your career, so to speak. And I feel like you are mixing your emotional intelligence with your career in some way. Like let's say I've read this a lot, but in a lot of leaders where they have a lot of like big teams, these big companies, what they will do is that they will give rewards. Like they will have that best blessed employee of the month or something like that, to motivate people to work harder. They'll give out more money or something like that. But you don't work like that. Like ultimately I feel like you get down to the bottom layer and you're like, okay, this is what this person wants, this is what this person wants, and I feel like you understand, you try to take the time to understand each and every person and to build a true bond while maintaining a professional relationship. Something about your profession is just coming through. Maybe that's important to you, maybe you're thinking of doing something different. If you are, spirit is like, go ahead, like you're on the right track. Do not be discouraged. Just because you want to do things differently doesn't mean that you're wrong. Go ahead and do it. 7 + 1 is also 8, which is the 8 of air. We have 6 and 5, 6, 9. 8, 5, 6, 8, 9. Keep loving yourself, group number 2. Keep loving yourself. Keep doing what you do. Spirit wants to encourage you on your journey. Spirit wants to say that you came here to do things differently. Like you've come here to change things. Maybe you have not come here to change the world, but it doesn't matter. Spirit is saying like you don't have to try to change the world. You just have to do whatever you want to do, but based on your own terms. Like do not listen to society. Do not let family or external influences convince you of what you should be doing, because you've come here to shift the paradigm, so to speak. Like you've come here to break some kind of a wheel. You've come here to be different, and you choosing to be different, like choosing to be authentic to yourself, to be true to yourself, which is going to be different. You choosing to be true to yourself is going to inspire other people to be true to themselves as well. And spirit wants to emphasize that message that listen, it's going to be okay. Listen, like that is what people need. They need a leader who is like you, but you need to be who you are. So keep doing, like there is a sort of encouragement from spirit that you need to keep doing what you're doing. You need to think the way you think, be authentically you, be truthful to you. That is the biggest message if I can give you from spirit, is like be truthful to who you are, group number 2. Now let's get a bunch of crystal cards for you and let's see what we have. Crystal cards for group number 2, please. Okay. We have 2. So we've got watermelon, tourmaline, and we've got amethyst. Beautiful. So if you guys want to read, there you go. Protection, trust, intuition. Your intuition is, I feel like your intuition is going to be the biggest key to your success, materially speaking. Your intuition is going to be key. Follow your intuition. You're not doing anything wrong, you're just doing things different. Follow your intuition and do not be scared to take the road less traveled, as Robert Frost has said, which is a poem that often comes out for my readings. Take the road less traveled. You won't be disappointed, group number 2. That's what I'm seeing for you. We also, I feel like you have a lot of gifts or creative energy. I feel like you are not even aware of this. You have a lot of energy, or you have something that people need. You have something that people need. Maybe it's a spark of inspiration, maybe it's your authenticity, maybe it's your light, maybe it's your heart, maybe it's knowing that there's someone who's like a good leader who genuinely wants the best for them. You're not like those leaders that is only interested in the company's growth. You genuinely care for people, you genuinely care for the people that work for the company, so I feel like there's something that people will get inspired by, or there's something the collective needs, but I'm not being shown what it is. They're saying that you'll figure it out, like you'll know with time, and keep doing what you're doing. It keeps coming out. Keep doing what you're doing, keep being yourself, keep loving yourself. You are on the right track. You didn't do anything wrong by being different. That's what they're saying. You didn't do anything wrong by being different. Of course you're different, because that is why you're here to do things differently. That's what I'm seeing, group number 2. I feel like that was it. Is there anything else, Spirit? Keep shining. They said keep shining. If your light is blinding other people and they are complaining about it, listen, that's not your problem, okay? That is not your problem. Let them complain. You do what you want to do. You be as successful as you want to be. You go up on that stage and receive that award with pride. Be proud of yourself, because you are someone amazing, group number 2. You are someone who's really amazing. Your energy is beautiful. And I hope I was able to convey that to you, because that is how people perceive you as well. And of course, there will be some people who don't like that, who want to bring you down. But keep shining. Keep shining your light out. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't listen to those haters, those naysayers. They will try to bring you down, but what they are doing to you is a reflection of who they are and not your work. It speaks nothing about you. It speaks nothing about your work. It's all about them. What they feel for you is their responsibility, not yours, okay? So as you go ahead, remember that, group number 2, you're on your way to some big success, because we do have the star empress, you're on your way to big success. Big things are happening, going to happen for you, or already are happening, and I wish you all of the very best on your journey, group number 2. If you want to book a personal reading with me, you can do so by emailing me on the email address in the description. I'm going to take your leave now. I thank all of the beautiful cards. I thank the sacred painting. I thank you, my dear soul family, for spending your time with me today and sharing your energy. I will see you soon in my next reading. If not, I thank you so much for watching this one. Sending love as always. Goodbye.
Hello and welcome, my dear loves. If you chose group number 3, you chose this beautiful painting which has 2 colors, and this is going to be your reading. So right off the bat, I feel like, are you someone who's very anxious or indecisive? I feel like people can see that about you. I feel like you suffer from a high level of anxiety or worry or doubt, and you flit between extremes like a pendulum. And I feel like people see that about you. Like they see you going through extremes. Like you have moments of extreme joy, but then you'll have moments of extreme heartbreak, moments of extreme pain. And when people watch you, it doesn't make sense to them as to why, but I feel like they witness that. They definitely witness that. But also at the same time, there's something soft about you, regardless of your gender. There's something soft about you. I feel like you genuinely care for people. It's just that you might get so caught up in your own anxiety that you might sometimes not be able to see. This is not going to resonate with everyone or might not apply to everyone, but I'm seeing that sometimes you might be so in your head. It's giving me that energy of the 2 of swords, like the person is trying to make a decision but they're stuck at a crossroad, and I feel like that's kind of your energy. Like if someone asks you, what do you want to eat, and it's like, oh, I want a burger, but I also want a pizza, and I also want some dessert, and it's like, wait, like what do you want? Make up your mind. I'm sorry if that's negative. I don't see it as negative. That's just how people perceive you, and it's okay. We can't always control how other people see us. It might not be true about you, group number 3.
You might not actually be indecisive. Maybe it's just how people see you. And sometimes that is not the truth. We have Queen of Water. Oh my gosh, my water sign, my water pile. This is my water pile for sure. Pisces, Scorpio. I just heard Libra, Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer, which are water signs. I'm getting some Libra as well. We have Two of Cups. Oh my god. People think you are marriage material. They like you are commitment material. You are not someone they want to have casual relationship with. They want to give you something solid. I feel like if they were like, if someone was an F-boy, you know, like they don't commit to anyone, like they're a playboy, but they then meet you and they want to give you that commitment because of your I wanted to say feminine energy, but it doesn't have to be. But there's something about your energy that makes people want to settle down and not be a playboy anymore. Because I feel like you're marriage material and you're perceived as marriage material by other people. I feel like a lot of people want to shoot their shot, so to speak. They want to come towards you and give you some sort of a commitment because you are not the kind of person they would play around with or they would play games with, because you are once in a million years opportunity and they better not mess it up. Wow, we have the 10 of Earth, 10 of Pentacles. Such beautiful energy. We have the Hangman. And what else? 7 of Air, which is the 7 of Swords. I feel like your innocence is very disarming to people. Your innocence is very disarming to people. Your love disarms people. You know, somebody might come in and, you know, they're prepared to have a fight with you, or, you know, they, you know, for whatever, just giving a hypothetical example. I'm not saying that people want to fight you, but you know, somebody, let's say someone is like upset or something and they're like, oh, I'm gonna do this and this, like, how dare pile number 3 do this and that, and then you come in and you respond with so much love, so much grace, so much kindness to the hate, to, I just heard racism, to the bullying, to those malicious comments, or, you know, that it shuts them down and they feel embarrassed and ashamed that they went after a good soul like you, you know, that they dared to go after a pure soul like you. They start feeling, you make them feel bad for hating, not even hating you, but just hating, because it's like you keep your frequency so clear, or there's something about your frequency and your energy, it's so clear. When I say clear, I mean it's free of any bad intent, right? Like you are a person who doesn't wish bad for anyone, genuinely, under no circumstances. Like no matter how much someone hurt you, you would never wish bad for someone else. That's the kind of person you are. And I feel like that is disarming to people and also alarming sometimes, because you are so rare, you are like a rare gem and people have not met anybody like you before. So it's like, you know, what is pile number 3's deal? You know, it's a little bit like that. Like, what is group number 3 up to? What is going on with group number 3? It doesn't make sense to people as to what is going on. We also have 2 + 1 3, 10 - 7 3, and we have 2. So 2 might be, you might have been attracted to group number 2. Only for some of you, only a handful of you. I don't feel like a lot of you might be attracted to group number 2, but if you were, this might be a message for you to watch it in case you feel drawn to it. If you don't, it's completely okay. You don't have to. This is the only reading for you then. But what I'm feeling from this is that you have definitely very angelic aura, genuinely. It's very much like a fairy, youthful. I'm literally being shown like a cartoon that I used to watch. I think I forgot the name of it, but there was this town called Fairytopia, and it had all these fairies that had wings, okay? And then the main girl, she's trying to develop wings, but she doesn't have wings. And then there's something happens in the story and she develops wings, but it's basically because she's, you know, she's so pure and she's so genuine, and you are like the main character who wishes the best for people. Like, you're literally, I'm forgetting the name of that cartoon show, but it was one of my favorites when I was a child. And she was like a Barbie, but not Barbie, you know, she's a fairy, and she's in this 𝘱𝘰𝘵𝘴𝘤 town, and she has that small pet fairy like puffy thing that flies with her, not thing, but like that puffy pet she has, and it flies with her everywhere she goes. I think they once she steps into this field of flowers that's very toxic, and then she has to save herself or something happens. Like, I don't know, I don't even know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but it's very much like that fairy kind of bloom. There's Wings Club, but that is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about 𝘱𝘰𝘵𝘴𝘤. Maybe the cartoon name was 𝘱𝘰𝘵𝘴𝘤, I don't really know. But that main girl, like, that's your energy. That's your energy, especially if you are the feminine. That is definitely your energy. And I feel like you're someone who is perceived as very beautiful, and a lot of you might not think that you're beautiful, but you definitely are. It's like, when I put myself into people's shoes and how people are perceiving you, they're like, how could you think that you're not beautiful? Like, look at you. You are so beautiful. You are one of the most ethereal looking creatures. And don't be offended when I say creatures. You are one of the most ethereal, delicate looking creatures on the planet. Like, how could you think that you're not beautiful about yourself, group number 3? Because you are so ethereal, so immaculate, so beautiful. I am at a loss for words, and so are the people that it's almost like they're failing to describe you to me, because I'm doing this reading, and I'm seeing how they are perceiving you. So it's almost like there's something about them not being able to describe you, just because your energy is so out of this world. It's so heavenly. Your energy is very heavenly, group number 3. I feel like you have a very subdued, not S energy, but sensual energy. Very subdued, sensual energy. I feel like you don't realize that you're sensual. You don't realize that people perceive you as someone sensual, because it's not like you're trying to show that you're sensual, okay? You're not trying to show that you're physically attractive. But it's just like when you do small things, like maybe when you drink water, or maybe when you flip your hair, or when you look up like that, I feel like people fall in love with you. Like, people fall in love with your smile, people fall in love with your face. You're too much to look at because you're so beautiful inside out, and it's like people don't understand where you came from, because how could somebody be so perfect outside and be so perfect inside as well? Like, they're trying to find a flaw, but there is no flaw. Group number 3, there is literally no flaw. Like, they're trying to find something bad about you to get some dirt on you, like something, like there's got to be something wrong with group number 3, but there really isn't. Like, you're perfect through and through. When I say you're perfect through and through, I mean that you have a good heart and you're pretty or handsome outside. Like, your inside matches the outside. I'm so sorry about the camera shake. I was trying to grab this deck for you guys, so just to get some cards for you. Let's get some cards from the crystal, please. Oh, I like this ones to come out. Okay, what is this? Okay, so we have red jade, warrior, individuality, chi, Aries, Venus. Wow, pretty. I feel like even though your energy is soft and sweet, you are not to be messed with. Very Venusian. Also seeing the pink that's coming out. This is such a beautiful pink. Look at this. We have 𝑏𝑖𝑥 okay, Aries, Taurus, Moon. We have calcite, and this is what calcite looks like. Then we have, what is this? Cobalt-calcite, love, emotional healing, compassion. What did I say? I feel like this crystal and this description is probably describes who you are. You are someone who is in a vibration of love, nurturing, giving. You might have been attracted to group number 2 because group number 2 did get the Empress card, and that's very much your energy as well. Group number 3. if you are attracted to group number 2, that is. And for the final card we have Emerald. Wow, always nice to see Emerald come out. Spring, unity, vitality. Okay, there we go. So there we have it. There's your spread. Also, your reading is not over, don't worry. I feel like you are very grounded, or you need to work on grounding yourself, because I did get a lot of like hair splitting anxiety kind of energy, something about your mind feeling like it's split or something like that. I don't know why, but I just feel like you might be an overthinker. You're ruminating over past thoughts or past memories. I feel like if you are a water sign, especially Cancer, you might be someone who finds themselves thinking about the past often, because Cancer does signify roots, family, and you might look back at the past with nostalgia as to what happened and how things used to be. Spirit is like, get out of your past. You don't need to live there anymore. It's not real. It's done. It's gone. It's not real anymore. It's just a thought in your head. The past does not exist in the present. It's just a thought in your head. Do not live in the past. Do not dwell over the good things or the bad things. Look forward in the direction of your future. Close your eyes to the past. What's done is done. The mistakes that you made are done. Forgive yourself for whatever you think you did, for whatever you think was bad. I'm just noticing this looks like an emerald in this card right there, in the Two of Cups. Yeah, you're definitely a dream wish for a lot of people. A lot of people pray and wish to be with you. Like, they literally pray, like, please God, please God. Like, I'm seeing your crushes sitting like just before sleep. They're like, oh my God, group number 3, I want to be with group number 3. Like, the people that have crush on you, and like, group number 3, please, like, do something so I see group number 3's face tomorrow. Do something so I can be with group number 3 tomorrow. Like, that's the kind of energy I'm picking up from you, group number. People are literally dying. Like, they would die for you. They are literally dying to be with you, group number 3. I feel like you do not understand the power you wield because you are such a soft-spoken person. You could be my Pisces sun as well, or Pisces somewhere in the chart. And if you have Pisces anywhere, it softens you. And, it softens, like, if you have fire, and then you have one Pisces, and it will, like, soften the fire a little bit. And I feel like you might have a softened personality. That is not to say that you're weak at all, but there's something soft about you, and that is what is attractive. That is what is attractive. I feel like people feel calm in your presence. People feel serene. It's like meditating. You know how you feel when you're meditating? You're so calm and you feel so in the present moment. You're attuned to your body. You're connected to yourself, and that is how you make people feel. And I feel like they perceive you as someone they want to settle down with. They want to have a family with. Like, you're the kind of person other people would go, take you to meet their parents because you are just so, like, they know they're going to love you. They know that parents are going to love you. Their parents are going to love you. They know that, and that's why they want to take you home. They want to take you home. Group number 3. I feel like you're not the type who is adventurous or indulges in casual relationships. I feel like you're someone who is, like, you're looking for that one love, because you give your heart in love fully. And do you know the character Daphne from Bridgerton? That's the kind of energy. And she ends up marrying the rake. Who's the guy? I'm forgetting his name, but anyway, Daphne. You know how Daphne, like, she's got such soft, beautiful features, like big eyes and like soft, pale skin. Like, that's how people perceive you. You don't have to have these physical traits, but that is how people perceive you. There's something soft about your face. Like, your skin looks very soft, your hair looks very soft, your cheeks are coming through. Like, maybe your cheeks are very beautiful. If you are someone who's on the heavyweight side, like, you're not thin, then people see you, like people still see your body as very attractive because they see you as someone who is very curvaceous and they like those curves on you, even though you might not like that about yourself. But I feel like people do love your physical body. Group number 3, you could wear a sack and people would still be attracted to you. You could, like, that's what I'm getting. People will still be attracted to you no matter what you wear. It has nothing to do with what you're wearing. It's everything to do with your energy. And your energy, we have the Queen of Water, the Queen of Cups herself has come out. So yeah, your energy is very nourishing, very loving, very beautiful. But at the same time, I feel like you have an inner fire, because we do have the red jade. You have an inner fire, but people might not see it. Like it might not be the first impression when people see you. They might think that, oh, just because you're soft, you're not able to say no or something like that. But you don't have any trouble saying no. You don't have any trouble with boundaries. You don't, you keep yourself away from people that are not good for you. You're good at that. But it doesn't mean that you're a mean soul. You're kind to everyone, but you know who to avoid. You know who you should give your energy to, who you should share your energy with. And you will not hesitate to cut those people off that are trying to harm you in any way, with love. But you do it with love. Like if you do cord cutting, or if you try to, if you get rid of people, I feel like you do it with so much love that people can't help but be in love with you, be obsessed with you. I feel like there is, people get obsessed with you for sure. There is some energy here, like about obsessiveness, about obsession. People do get obsessed with you, with the 10 of Earth and the Queen of Cups and the 2 of Water. People do get obsessed with your energy. I feel like they can't help it. Someone just said, I can't help it. I can't help. But if you post less frequently on social media, you don't post a lot of your own pictures, then I feel like when you post, people stare for a long time. People are just looking at those pictures again and again. People might see your profile again and again. You are the person who is popular but doesn't know that you are popular. That's who you are, group number 3, because you don't care for it. What you have is genuine love for people, so you don't care so much about like popularity and stuff like that. But you are someone who's definitely popular among the opposite gender. Especially whatever your gender is, the opposite gender is very, very interested in you, group number 3. Wow, so that is how people perceive you, group number 3. This was like one of the best piles that I've done a reading for. It was such an honor to know you. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so by emailing me on the email address. If not, I thank you so much. God, I love your energy. I hope you stay. I hope you become a part of my soul family, or just come back here to watch any of my readings. I would love to read for you. I love people like you. I'm sending you a lot of hugs, and I take the time to thank you, to thank these beautiful cards, to thank the sacred painting, to thank your spirit guides. Thank you so much for allowing me to channel and reading for my group number 1, 2, and 3. And that concludes today's reading. Hopefully I'll see you in my next reading. If not, I thank you so much for watching this one. Bye.